Good morning, YouTube world. Hold up. All right, testing one, two, there we go. Okay, okay, good morning, YouTube world. Now, Big D and Big D and Chopper. Okay, Big D and Chopper here. Now, there's gonna be some, there's gonna be some little change of plans, but I really do, I really do promise you, I really do promise you that I want to get, uh, you know, do this video right now, but right now. But right now, guys, y'all just sit and talk because in a few minutes I gotta get my chores done because I got some weed eating to do. So in the meantime, y'all just sit and talk, and me and Miss Karen will be okay. ATL Shorty, listen. Before we get to talking and that, I gotta get the little chores done. So, but thing is, I'm gonna keep my life running. So I got I already did mowing. I already mowed, but I got to do some weed eating next. So could you keep in touch with your fan? Could you keep in touch with fans while I get started on my chores? It's not gonna be a long chores, but I just gotta take care of just one little thing. Can you do that for me? Thank you, Miss Karen. Now I'll be right back. Okay, let's see who's here. Tyler's O Gamings. Thank you for being here. Teachers D's World. Thank you so much for being here. Also, it really means a lot to us. And let me share mine. While we sit here and wait to be. Okay, guys, I'm back. All right. So, during today's video, me and Karen, we're gonna talk about save the children. Cause every, cause every time in the news, children always go missing, abduction, and get shot. It just breaks my heart. First, let me invite. Okay, so I'm gonna invite Karen in here so we could talk about it. Hmm. There we there we go. Guys, if y'all see that, y'all can click on the link if you want. Okay, Karen, you see that? You can click on the link. The link is right there. That is if you can. But all through the years, children end up missing, and it just breaks my heart. And this is another thing with predators in the world. I will be up in 1 second. Okay. Well, I can wait. That's better. Whew. Man, we didn't. That was more like it. Much better. Oh, hey, Chopper. Chopper, my boy. Let me get you. There you go. All right, come on. Got Chopper along with me. All right, Chopper. Hey, Chopper. You ready? Okay, you can go. Oh, okay. You can go lay down right there. All right, but anyway, back to the subject. You know, every children you see in the news has gone missing because a grown man took away their kid, took away that child. I mean, why would anybody do that? It's like a child abuse and a very big bad abuse to our community. And not only wait, I'm not supposed to get started without. Okay, Let me see how many children get missing. All right. That's wait. Let me get her in. Here we go. Ah, Karen. Thank you for
Good
coming.
morning. Good morning.
Good morning. Now, okay, everybody. Karen here. Now, I done looked up how many children got missing in my state. It's about 9 children that's gone missing.
Oh,
That's terrible.
yes, it is. Wow.
How many how many people gone missing in your place?
Well, what the recent thing is we've had as of August 8th,
Hmm.
39 children from the US Marshal was saved in an operation um for trafficking and just missing. So 39 children were just found about 2 weeks ago from
Well,
the
that's
US
good to
Marshal.
hear.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's good to hear. You know, this was scares about this with the grown men talking to children. Because with these child molesters in the world, in their own strange way, they actually love children. But they would do anything to get to the kids. And but the sad part is they can emotionally scar a child for life.
I agree. Yep. And before I forget, I'm not well, from what I read, it's anybody can use this. So if you know of someone or someone missing, or you think you may have seen that person, or you believe trafficking is going on, you can call 1-800-843-567778. Again, that's 1-800-843-5678. And it says if you know of a child, well, like if a child is missing or you think is being exploited, call 911 first and then that number. But
Right.
even in Atlanta, we have like not just
Hmm.
missing children, we have also like adults that are missing as well. And sometimes they can be involved in the trafficking and things like that. It's very scary, very, very scary to see
Very.
adults, you know. And also, I don't know if you remember back when all that was going on, they would use the white van.
Oh yeah, those free candy vans.
Yes, I even
I
even if I was to get beside a van, I kind of freak out because I don't like the white vans anymore.
I, I don't even. That's why I don't like vans. Period.
Yeah,
Especially those vans like that. Those free candy vans. They'll do anything to get the children outside.
yeah. Wow.
But hey, I don't see them around here, and that's good.
I see them a lot when going out, or just if I'm riding with someone, or back when when I was driving or whatever, I would see them and I would kind of like either let them go like really past me, or um but they say always look to make sure that the white van has a door on the side and in the back, because a lot of times the
Yeah,
white vans does not have
yeah,
that
just like
that are doing this type of thing.
yeah. It's got to make sure it had those things on the sides, just like an ice cream truck.
Yeah, yeah,
Look, driving a van is one thing, but taking the children is a bad move in this
you're right.
community. And hey, I love my little cousins. I look at my little cousins, seeing that they're growing up so fast. My cousin turned 6. I got a few cousins that turned 10. Why would anything, why would anybody try to harm those little children? And I don't like
Exactly.
that. They're still babies.
Yeah. I I and then look, I woke up just in time because my sleep pattern is kind of thrown off with Destiny, staying up like she does. So when I woke up, it was like 9:10. I was like, but my goal was to also look up how many sex offenders do we have in our area, because
Oh,
we do
I
we do have a
I
lot.
got yeah. I got 8 sex offenders in over here where I'm at, and it's just so disgusting. And I know one of them. I used to go to church with that dude. I was like,
Wow,
what? I was
wow,
when I heard the news about it, I was like, that's where he need to be.
wow. And the nicest people, the people that I don't know how to say that, but like the nicest people are people that don't even look like they would be a sex offender and stuff, is very
Oh
scary
yeah,
because they look
you see,
normal.
that's the
Um,
contradiction. That's a contradiction with these sex offenders. In their ways, they're only pretending to be nice, so they
yeah,
feel like they're not strangers to kids. But the thing is, they're ids. They are. And another thing, sex offenders, they're not just on. They're just not where you're at. They could also be on internet, like on social media and online games.
yes, yes, very much so.
Because for
And
the children, they said that he was like a nice guy or anything. Because that's what scares with this internet today. They were talking to a guy before they get to see him because they feel like they're not strangers, but to them they are. I mean, to us they are.
yeah, I was watching what is it? Predator Alliance on YouTube, and it's a
Hmm.
guy, and he actually they have like decoys, and they'll like talk to somebody for like, I don't know if it's like a couple of days or whatever, and then they'll have them meet them thinking they're meeting a child, and he like literally goes off on them and makes them call like a
Oh,
relative, their
yeah.
job.
Oh, they also make them call their mothers too.
Yep.
And I just watched one video right there when the predator had to call his mother, and she was like very heartbroken on the phone.
Yeah. Yep. So you know what I'm talking about, that show that's on YouTube?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I know what you're talking about.
And some of the guys were like older and was trying, they were thinking they were talking to 12-year-olds, 14-year-olds. I was like, wow. So I
You
mean, just thank God that it was only, you know, them trying to
grown.
set people like that up. But had it not been that type of show or program, and it would have been a real child, that would have been like very scary.
If it was a real children on there,
Yeah,
that would have been a very to everybody. But he's lucky. But he's lucky they're just grown people.
yeah. This one guy admitted to I think he had
Mhm.
messed with either 4 to 7 children. I was blown away.
Well,
I was.
well, you know what's scared about these? Some, because unfortunately, even females can be sex offenders too.
Yep, you're absolutely right.
Because yet it's not just males; it can also be females out there. But the sad part is female predators actually get away with it easily.
Right. So when did you learn about um this type of situation? Like I mean, like I'm glad you know about it because um I was speaking of you last night, and so how you know about it, and you know that this is wrong and all of that. Someone like Destiny, if someone were to just say mention something that she likes, she would possibly go, no matter how much I've talked to her or how much I've taught her. She just mentally isn't there. So that's why I keep her so close to me, because I worry about.
Oh, so that's why you keep her so close to you, because you'll be worried that she'll be ending up in jail, just like the other predators, huh?
Yes, because she's very easily persuaded. So you can tell her you have the Alvin and the Chipmunk costume, and she would come to you, and she would probably go, no
Mm,
matter, that's what I'm saying, no matter how much I've talked to her, no matter how much I've showed her that this is scary and that it can happen and all of that, she doesn't mentally understand. And so that's scary for me
mhm,
because, if just say we're walking somewhere or something, then um somebody can like easily snatch her up or whatever. And
mm.
so, I have to like really keep my eye out on her, especially like if she has these episodes that she does outside. My eyes are
Yeah,
constantly on her.
yeah, yeah. That's the same thing about my mother. My mother always keeps his eye on her son, and so does my dad, because he's been telling you about the situation about grown men with children,
Yeah, that's
and this is
awesome.
what. And yeah, I've been listening to him, and so did mom, and and you see, I had a friend I used to go to school with, but he's like already 18, and he already got arrested for a bad behavior with juveniles.
Wow.
Because with trafficking, that means they want to sell children that they found them, sell it to someone else.
Wow, that is so heartbreaking. And I mean, to be so young and already, you know, so by them being over 18, they're still young, themselves. So to be that age and still go after little kids, now you're having to spend the rest of your life in prison or however long. You've messed your life up. But to me, you know,
You
people
know,
should really get help.
any sex offenders can be around my age, even 18-year-olds.
Yeah. Yep, you're right. I've never understood why older people could like young children. That is the most sickening thing. I mean,
That's
I don't understand.
disgusting,
Yes,
dude. That is disgusting right there. Mm-mm. Why?
yeah.
Why would anybody? I don't see why with some people like that will be going around messing around with children. Don't you? Didn't they know they got already have family to look out for them?
Right. And not
And
only
plus,
that, it scars children. It messes children up. you know.
Yes, it can ruin children's lives. It can ruin their dreams too.
Yes. But you
Those,
know, the crazy thing is like I'm not sure about in your area, but in my area, these teenagers, whether they're girls or boys, they do not look their age. They look older. And so a lot of
actually,
times they date, they'll lie about their age because they already look like that. And
yes, you
that's
see,
sad too.
and yeah, you see, some teenagers like that get away with stuff like that easily. And plus, I got some. There are some kids over here that look older than how old they really are in my state. And
Wow.
yes, it's not only over here, but it could be any state.
Yes.
It could be either in Texas, Florida, anywhere in this world.
It's sad.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, So do we
Cause
have anybody in the chat that has looked up this information in their area or would like to say something or
Morris
anything?
me. So, who would like to who would like to say something about this? Hmm. I know more. Miracle Morris says, "I know that's right. Don't harm the kids." And I don't know where Teacher D's world is, but thing is, all over the world, it just hurts me. Oh, and not only they get taken away, they also get end up shot too. Cause
Wow.
say I've been hearing the news over here in Louisiana, some teenager was hanging out at a gas station, but then this grown man done shot him
Oh,
on the body, and he gone paralyzed.
oh, did it take me out? Oh,
And the doctor said that he might not be able to walk again.
wow.
And when I saw, I was like, oh man, that dude needs to go. And and plus, Karen, do you think they'll be? Do you think some sex offenders will be forgiven? I let me just say, I don't think so.
I think they will, but at the same time, you know, only
Well, some people forgive them, but mostly people don't forgive them. Ah, the Perkins for Life is here. So, Perkins for Life, do you got something to say about what's going on in your area? Hmm. Okay, so he said hello to ATL Shawty. Isn't it sad today how, especially how kids end up shot and end up in the hospital? And you know the sad part is people lose their kids for that. Because you know children today are innocent, and they're gonna stay that way. ATL Shawty, you done froze up. Tell you what, let me just remove you then. Let me just remove you, then try to add you back again. Yes. Okay, guys, I just sent the link if anybody wants to talk more about it. So be feel free to ask. So feel free to ask about it. Because hey, everyone's welcome to come in here so we could talk about it. Like how I talk about with Miss Karen. Oh, you oh there you are. I'm froze up, huh? Well, good question. The Perkins life, the Perkins for life. Today's topic, we're talking about save the children. Um, Karen, you're mute. Oh, there we go. Now, as I was saying, for Perkins, we're talking about save the children. So, Karen, I just told him everybody's welcome to come in so we could talk about it. You, Karen, Karen, you're mute. There we go. All right, testing. Hmm. I think you need to put your to speakerphone. Yes, you're still off. Don't worry, guys. Guys. Sorry, we're sorry about that. It's just some little technical difficulties. Karen, just hit more, then go to your settings, then hit speaker. Ah, well, she's gone, but everybody's welcome to come in so we can talk about it still. Because hey, there are 8 of them that gone missing over. There are like a bunch of these children that gone missing right there, and some of them were 14, 15, 16, and 12-year olds. I was like, oh. So, who else would like to talk about it? I mean, like I said, come on in. Everybody's welcome. Because, yeah, you see with these sex offenders, some of them won't be forgiven, but, huh? Oh, it's gone. Great. How do I invite her again? Okay, guys, okay, let's try this again. One more time. Well, hell, this thing didn't, well, this didn't go as planned as I thought it would be. Oh, singing for the creators. How you doing? So, so for today's topic, we're talking about saving the children because all over the world, children end up missing, like abductions and molested and all. There has been some bad feelings all over. There has been some bad feelings all over the world. I mean, hey, everybody's welcome to come in and talk. Karen? Hey, where's Karen? It, yes, singing for creators. It is horrible. Hmm. Well, that didn't. Okay, this didn't go exactly as we planned. You pray for the children out here. You can never trust technology these days. Karen, you can just go to settings on here, then hit audio, then speakerphone. Just hit speakerphone for the mic if you want us to hear you. Okay, the Perkins for Life says, I think as a parent, we will be in our kids' lives forever. Oh, okay. Well, Perkins for Life, come on up here and we'll talk about it. Hey, the link is right here. The link is right here if you want to come up and talk about it, and we'll be happy to talk about it with you. Hey, me and Karen, we would love to have some guests here. I know how I'm going to tell her. All right, guys. Well, we'll be right back. I got to do something a little difficult. Guys, due to the technical difficulties, we'll be right back. But meantime, talk to each other in the chat. Hmm. Okay, so Sunshine People says, yes, the Perkins life. Yes, the Perkins life. We do need to be in our children's lives more. I believe the pandemic helped us do that. Hmm. Yeah, I guess I guess pandemic can turn from a bad thing into a good thing. All right, let me try it. Hey, hey, if anybody would like to talk to me, want to like to talk with me and Miss Karen about it, feel free to hit the link in the below. Sunshine's People says are always very close in day space, always close in day space type of stuff. You can't trust people these days. True. But well, Sunshine's People, I think you can trust. I think you can trust some, but you do got to be careful. But you do got to be careful who you trust, because mostly they may act friendly, but they're not really as friendly as they are, especially on online games. Okay, while we're waiting for Karen to come on, we'll talk about it more. So, so everyone, y'all can still have a chat about it in the chat. Okay. Ah, what? Ah, I'm trying. Sorry, guys, but this happens every time. This happens every time when we do the stream yards. There has been some technical difficulties going on, and it's just frustrating for us. But, but well, while we wait for Karen to try to come in, still talk about it more in the chat. Let's see. I hope it works this time.
Cross my fingers.
Okay. Oh, good. Finally,
Mm, I don't know
man.
what's going on.
You can never trust technology these days.
But you notice, Big D, that um the the important topics that we do, this
Hmm.
always happens.
Yeah. And look what Sunshine People says. We need to do more in our children's life more. And I believe this pandemic helped us do that.
Yes, I've heard. Yeah, I've heard people say that. Yes,
Well, you see, I guess with this pandemic going on, it gone from a bad thing into a good thing. It's just like solving a puzzle.
yeah, because now most of the kids have to stay home, or they're doing work on a computer at home.
And some kids over here, they go to school, but they had to practice do their social
Yeah.
distance.
Wow.
Hey, Perkins for Life says, I know exactly what my boys are doing all the time, whether they like it or not.
That's
Yeah,
right.
they ain't gonna like it. Hey, they ain't gonna like it, but you just gotta have to roll with it. Cause children today, kids are kids. You know, sometimes you just gotta have to roll with the punches before it punches you. And sometimes people says that I know what my children are doing all this time also. But yeah, so my my parents done talked to me about it, and I was like, shoot, I'm glad I'm not one of them. Cause hey, cause you know something, they could have been my kids.
Yeah. And
It could
also
have been any.
too, if you ever see like anything suspicious or something just doesn't seem right or something, make sure you tell your parents or an adult or something, because you could be saving a child's life if you see something, um like just say you're at a park and you see something that just looks really weird, you know, and you have a feeling whether you're right or wrong, but you know, at least you'll know because that's what I do. Like if I'm out because we have it so bad here, like I
Mhm,
told you. And so before my mic cut off, um, remember I was saying that we had August 8th, somewhere in between that time, 39 children from the
mhm,
U.S. Marshal was saved from trafficking and being missing. And it left a number, which is 1-800-843-5678. Um, if you believe someone is um, involved in, trafficking children or someone missing, you can call that number because if I'm correct, you can use that number everywhere.
mhm. Especially especially in the park,
Yeah.
cause that's where mostly kids be at the park.
And where I live, some of these kids are too little to be outside by themselves to me. But I live right in
Mhm.
front of the park. So I stay outside on my porch a lot and I watch because to me, the parents should be out here.
And yeah, this is what my that's what I be telling to my little cousins, like never talk to strangers.
Uh-uh.
Yeah, that's what I be telling my little cousins, never talk to strangers because cause cause kids today don't know that some people can be good or bad, even though they may seem friendly.
Right. Yep. And that's what you have to be careful also on the internet because like if you notice some of the YouTube channels, they don't have pictures up and it could be somebody that we think are nice or whatever and at the same time they can be like that and we never know it.
Hey, they're not only on just YouTube, they can also be on TikTok as well.
Yep. All social media, Facebook, Instagram.
Instagram, Twitter, all that.
Yep.
Oh, look at Chopper relaxing.
Hi, Chopper. Yeah.
Yeah, they could be anywhere on. Oh, hey, sometimes people say it again. The number.
Okay, the number again is 1-800-843-5678.
Hmm.
Again, it's 1-800-843-5678.
Okay, I think she got it. But hey, thanks to the pandemic going on, everybody saw, er, the parents were so close to the kids, so that way nothing will harm them. But
Right.
because sometimes even some parents can be abusing their kids too. Like this, I just saw the news yesterday. There's her mom that let her daughter shredded in the heat, and she done hit her, and then she ran over her leg with a vehicle.
Oof. Mm-mm-mm. Wow. I see
Because
that a
that,
lot.
because hey, that's not only just child abuse because it's that's why kids are in the bad mood today because their parents has been abusing them.
Yep.
Yeah, that's why they're in a bad mood.
And that was one thing that scared me about the pandemic, because you do have kids that, like you said, are being abused in the home, whether it's physical, emotional, just however. And now that most of the kids have to stay home, they're
Hmm.
probably just getting it double. Their break was probably school, and now they don't have that. They're in the home constant now. So that worried me
Hmm.
too about stuff like that, because a lot of times I'll see where like this one lady on the news, her and her boyfriend, um they did something. I think the little baby was only a few months old, maybe no more than 8, but I think it was younger than that. And they actually killed the little baby. This is a sick world we're living in right now.
Hey, hey, you might know the actress, little girl named Judith Barcy, huh?
I
No,
haven't
not
heard
really.
that, I don't think.
Well, I could look up a pit. I could show you what she is. She's one of those former child actress.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I said Judith, not Judith. Okay, this is Judith. This is Judith Barcy right here.
Mm.
It's and according to her Wikipedia, she she has been a child actor for like only for 4 years. She she was born in 1978 and died at 88.
Oh, wow.
She died at she died at age 10 from homicide by gunshot by her father.
Wow. That's
And
sad.
it says here that as Barty's career success increased, her father Joseph, an alcoholic, became increasingly angry and threatens he would routinely threatens to kill himself, his wife and daughter.
Wow.
See?
Such a young age.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's one reason why, like, I stopped like watching the news or TV and stuff like that, and I'll just like kind of use my phone, and that way I can just choose what I want to watch, because I've even seen where men have molested a 2 to 3 month old, and I'm just like, that is some sick mess, you know. And of course, they will be locked up or whatever, but when the news puts it out. So I mean, it's just sad, because you're destroying these children when you do that. But I did
but
see too,
but
it said a,
what she
a
abusive?
smartphone app. That's so sad. She was young.
Yes, and thing is, her father has been feeding her a lot, so that she done gained a lot of weight.
Mm,
And
mm, mm.
when he was outside, he would throwing her stuff with pots and pans and all that.
Wow.
and even hitting her with it.
That's
What kind of
sad.
sick would do that to a poor innocent child like that? Oh, and another thing is, he has been pulling, he has been plucking her eyelids lashes out.
And I hope he's locked up.
Actually, he didn't get locked up. He done killed himself, committed suicide inside a garage.
I'll keep that comment to myself.
But thing is, he deserved to be dead.
Okay, so you said it for me, Big D, because that's what I was gonna say. Yeah, I was
Well,
people like that who can harm innocent children, whether it's you know just physical, emotional, mentally. The physical part shouldn't. I think there should be some kind of penalty where because they can't get that back. They can't get their youth back or their being a baby or whatever age. And I really think that it should be where I and see I don't want to bring that kind of topic up because a lot of people feel different about it, like the death penalty.
yeah,
Um I agree in certain cases only because when you have went through something that you feel deserves the death penalty and only
hmm
you can feel like that. So and I think that should be another topic that we do is against gun violence, and then I can explain more about what I'm talking about with that situation. So in that situation, I want this person to get um the death penalty, but it's up to the parents and to the courts on the situation I'm talking about, but it had to do against gun violence. But
yeah,
I
like
believe in certain ways only because these children can't get their innocence back. This is
and you,
something that they have to live with for the rest of their life.
and you remember what I said when a teenager got shot and paralyzed in hospital, and the doctor said that he might not be able to walk again.
Right. Wow.
It just hurts me. It just hurt
Wow.
me when I heard the news about it.
Oh, this recently happened.
Yeah, it happened like yesterday.
Oh, wow. Oh, and he was shot.
Hmm
Wow. See, my godson was murdered, and I truly believe, like I said, in the death penalty in that case. But because of the pandemic, there's no courts. So I feel like justice is not, and I'm only smiling because my neighbor walked by. I was about to show her, but I'm sorry. But it's just days that I will never forget only because he was murdered October 14th. Um, I got the news October 15th. That's Destiny's birthday. Um, there was two funerals only because of the circumstances of some things. And so the first funeral was my birthday, October 21st. So I no longer celebrate my birthday. I stand on the side of the road with pictures of him and pictures of him and me and his parents against gun violence, and I've been doing it for the past 3 years. So I no longer celebrate my birthday. I don't take that away from Destiny, even though that's when I found out because it was the next day, because she doesn't understand. So gun violence is very real. Even what, last week I was outside and a 13-year-old was shot here in the neck in my apartment.
Oh my. Shoot,
So
that is terrible.
this is very real. And I think that's what I'm saying. Like certain topics, and I don't, want to get into it with anybody about the death penalty and this and that because, we all have our own opinions or whatever. And I don't believe in it in every case, Um, but I don't think the parents want him to get the death penalty because that's the forgiving people that they are, and I'm a forgiving person, but I just have not dealt with that situation. And I think the pandemic and not being able to go to courts and this and that, the trial hasn't even started.
Well,
So
well, yes, some parents are forgiving, but some parents, they're heartbroken about it, and they don't forgive that dude.
yeah, I've been very
You know,
heartbroken since then.
because with some people, like predators, they can't make people forgive them, especially if they haven't forgiven themselves.
Yeah, I personally feel once you're a predator, you're always a predator. Even
Yeah,
if you
yeah.
want to change or try to change, I think still somewhere in your mind,
You're
um,
still you're still about to do the same stuff again, like that.
yeah. And a
Once the
lot of
predator,
times, I don't know if you've noticed, but a lot of times people that um go towards younger people or try to do things have been molested themselves. You ever heard that?
oh yeah, I did hear about it. They must have been molested when they were their age, so
Yeah.
they thought they could go to the children to see how they be feeling, the way they were feeling that they were their age.
Yeah, and you would think by them being molested and they felt bad or, hurt the way that they have when they talk about it when they're caught or whatever, you would think
Mhm.
that they wouldn't want to do that to somebody else.
But thing is, they do. Like, oh, like this, like when some grown men texting children when they were in middle school, they wanted them to come outside. And then one time, there was when I was in junior high, there was this grown man texting me. He was like a good guy or anything, but until that day, he wouldn't leave me alone. So
Wow.
I showed my dad that number. You see, I was like 13 when that happens. I showed my dad that number, and he done told me to block it.
Mm, wow.
And that
Nobody.
thing,
Go ahead.
hmm?
I'm sorry.
But the
Go
thing
ahead.
is, I feel much better now that I blocked him, and he won't be able to text me anymore.
Wow. And you didn't know who he was?
His name was, he just called himself Loverboy.
Mm, okay.
Oh, oh,
Mm,
Sancho's people says that she was molested, but not, and but I never thought about molesting anyone else. It's horrible things to go through.
yeah.
And she said,
Mm.
why would someone who has molested out someone through that? Well, good questions, Sunshine's people.
That is a good question. I just know a lot of times that predators have said that they've been molested themselves, and that was one thing I could never understand myself either. Like, if it was done to them, why would they want to do it to someone else? Like, I never understood that either. So,
You
um,
know, I don't think I don't understand that either. It's just hard to answer that question. It's hard to answer that question, isn't it, Karen?
it is because I've always wondered that. Like, why would they do that if someone done that to them? You know. It's, I've never for the life of me been able to understand that. Um, I've had situations like that happen to me as a child, and I would never, never do that to anybody. So I just don't understand um how people can do that to people. I still don't understand how an adult can do that to a child, no matter the age, infant, teenager. I will never understand it.
Mm-mm. I mean, hey, talking to children is one thing, but touching them, you came into the wrong place, man.
Right. Yep.
I mean, yeah, you know what I mean, huh? Hey, Super Mom's Go is here. So, hey, Super Mom's Go, great to see you here today. And you see, I got some fans who has been picked on, and some fans of mine were feeling down, and I don't know, either he was abused by his parents or no. Hmm.
And abuse can come in different ways, whether it's molestation, whether it's, beating or, whippings the wrong way. Um, there's all forms of different kind of abuse.
Yes, like when you're beating your child for nothing.
Yeah. It's
Yeah, when you're beating your child for nothing, when they didn't know they made a mistake, when you knew,
yeah.
no, it's just one little mistake, and you don't beat them for that. Like, like for not tying your shoes, for example, or doing, or what else I'm thinking of, or they break the glass for a bit. So what they should do is just get a timeout, just go to the room and count to 10, and tell them that they're sorry for yelling at them.
Right.
So So in this community, it's our job to keep a good lookout in their surroundings because know what some adults around these days got up in their sleeve, like they want to
Right.
talk to the like they want to mess up their kids' career.
And we also have to, back in my day, everybody looked out for each other.
Hmm.
Everybody, if one child did something wrong, if there was an adult, like that adult could get on to us and they tell our parents, and then we get in trouble again. And it's not like that now. But me, eh, I always watch children that are like I said, I live by the playground. So if they're out here fussing, cussing, or whatever, I always tell them to stop, or something like that. But we have to look out for one another, and we have to look out for one another's kids, because like I said, even the situation with Destiny, if she were to walk off, which she has before twice, so if it wasn't for someone helping me see her, it could have ended a whole different way. So at the same time, people watching, like I said, each other's children, or no matter the age or size or, color, doesn't matter. You could be helping save somebody. So,
Yes.
and that's what I say. I try to keep her with me at all times, because she doesn't understand, like you and I, that there
Mhm.
are bad people. But she does understand, like I have taught her, if somebody touches her or things like that, she does understand that, but she doesn't let people around her like that. So, but it's just nowadays you got people that will just, see a child walking by themselves and they just grab them up and put them in a car. you know.
Yeah, because I just
So
saw a
that's
video.
the
I
scary
just saw
part.
a video when that happened. Like they were just walking along, minding their own business, but then there was a car that was following them, and then suddenly when the child make a run for it, zoom! The man done chased after
Um,
that kid. And I just heard news because honestly, a few years ago, there was a teenage hero who saved the child from abduction from this man in a black car. He was chasing him on the bike. He was heart pounding, but tired, so he had to keep going until the car stopped. And then
wow,
this little girl done turned to him, and she said that she needed her mom.
wow. We've had that
And so,
happen here, where people have broken into a car, and then they what you call it, hold on real quick, let me grab Destiny's lunch. Hi. I'm doing my YouTube live with Big Chopper and Big D and Big Chopper. All right, thank you. Um, so yeah, we've had it here where people have like tried to steal a car and there still be kids in the back seat. And I just recently seen that on the news. I was like, wow, it's just people don't care anymore. Not like people used to.
mm-mm.
And I think the pandemic has made people, some people, more open and loving and caring. And then you have some people that just um, don't care anymore, you
Yeah,
know?
just like that. Like there was a video I saw. There's just there was this Dollar General worker. There was a Dollar General worker employee. He was when they had to buy some of that period thing for a 12-year-old. He don't make a joke about her, and then a dad walks in and confronted him. He done told that dude to keep his mouth shut, cause hey, it's not funny
Right.
when a child's there, when a child started a period, especially when it grew up on age 12. It's not funny.
No, not at all. I I
Just
was I was going to the fourth grade when I started mine. So that's why I made sure that I taught Destiny at the age that I taught her on what it is and what it's about and all of that, you know. Um, and to me, I mean, only if it's a single parent father, but I believe it's a female's job to tell that to a daughter or to a
mhm,
female.
right. So you see, the females can't handle the situation they go through, so they can talk to their daughters all about it.
Yep.
I mean, it's a common thing for females,
Boy,
isn't
do
it?
I know.
I mean, true. I mean, still, period. It's a common thing for females.
Yep. I have endometriosis, so it makes it worse for me.
Mm. Uh, so yeah, cause see, I have a good heart, and I just keep an eye out for the children to see no parents would doing or any grown people who doing a harm to them.
Right. And that's why this was a it's a sad topic, but it's a good topic because,
Yes,
it happens
yes.
everywhere in every city and every, state. It happens. It happens everywhere.
Oh, and did you hear about in Canada? They said a grown man can talk to like a, a girl that's about 16 or older. I was like, 16 or older? That's funny. But over here in America, you gotta talk to kids that are 18 or older.
Mm, 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 mm. No. 16 is 16 is young.
16, shoot, that's still a kid.
Yeah. That's still like a teen.
Hmm. What some people don't understand is that they're just kids that caught up in the crazy world.
Mhm. So does anybody in the chat have any questions for me and Big D, or want to come up or?
Yes, please come on up. Hey, the link is right about hey here. So feel free to come on in and you can ask us some questions about it.
Do we still have anybody in the live chat?
Well, yeah, we still got Sunshine, Sunshine People, the
Okay.
Perkins Life 4.
Okay. Hold on.
We still got those people in here.
I was hoping more people would come in because I shared you out twice, but even if they go back and watch the replay and leave a comment or whatever,
I
so
had some I had some people, I invited some people, they said they may not be able to make it, but they can watch the replay.
yeah.
So so come on up here, guys. Don't be shy.
Right. Sunshine People, Perkins Life 4, Teacher Dee. You know who Teacher Dee is, Big D?
You mean Teacher Dee Dee's world?
Uh-huh. That's Big Mama Sharon the Love's daughter.
Oh, really?
Yes. I've kept in contact with her this whole time.
Wow. And hey, Sunshine People says I look crazy. Oh
Girl,
no, oh no, you don't. You look beautiful just the way you are.
I had to
We,
hurry up and jump up and put a water on a brush and brush my hair and brush my teeth, and that was it. I was like, thank God I took my shower late last night.
Mhm. Yep. And yeah, today I had to brush my teeth and brush my hair too, and my beard. You see, brushing the beard is a hard part. I kept in contact with her. She says she keep in contact with Teacher Dee Dee too.
Hmm.
Teacher Dee Dee. She seems like a nice lady.
She is. She is. We text a lot, or I'll try to check on her, and she checks on me, and so she's. I always tell her, Big Mama left her, and that it helped me deal with that some with that
Hey,
situation.
I look crazy. I told you.
Sunshine
You
People.
see
Hey,
this? See it? Crazy.
Yeah, you good. I was
This
looking just like
these
that
natural
earlier.
curls. You see these natural curls?
hmm okay. So,
See?
Sunshine, what's your question?
I don't have a question. I
Oh,
just I'm just here for the support. No, I actually have a comment to say.
what's up?
Let me see. I just don't know how to word it because sometimes I think about something and I don't say it correctly.
That's
But
me. I'll be I
That's
don't know how to
okay.
do stuff.
um, let me see. It's been like that since I was a child. So let me see. Oh yeah, about what ATL said uh
hmm
about what's that called, the death penalty, right?
Yeah.
even though even though a child was shot or whatever, to me it's the same thing. It's a child. Either way, you gonna have whoever's taken and they are younger than 20, to me they deserve death penalty. That's what I believe. And I mean, sometimes you would think, oh, you don't want them to die in the electric chair or get poisoned in their system or whatever like that and die or whatever. Then make them stay in the freaking jail for life till they pass away.
hmm
But to me, knowing that person's still alive and the other person's gone, or the other person's still um not living their life the way they want to at that time because they're really really hurt, abused, and or um can't even be in a relationship because someone just done took all their virginity or whatever. I believe they just it deserves a death penalty. I do. I do. So
Hmm.
yeah, on that line, on that thing, yeah, I had to say my opinion and what I think. So
Yeah,
yeah,
because you can't get that back. You can't it makes you where you don't know how to deal with relationships
life in
or
general.
and self-esteems or well not I'm not gonna say self-esteem, but sometimes, but yeah, it's just things period. I mean, I'm about to be 45 years old and I still have to have the bathroom light on because of things that happened to me as a child. And I I will always keep it on. Um, but it things that happen, like I said, whether it's mental, physical abuse or whatever of any kind, can scar a person. And you know,
Thanks to Perkins Life for. Okay, hold on. They bothering me right now, y'all. My children they're not really bothering me, but
they know
they
ATL on here. This out.
they bringing food to me and saying, "Mommy, make this, make this."
I was Gerber opening.
I have
I
some
remember
of that
having,
up in my cabinet for Isaiah.
My son loves it. I just be like, you know what? I was gonna
but
stop
yeah,
buying
it's
it
like
because I'm like, you're supposed to be eating real baby food, but no, he wants the baby food oatmeal. He was like, man, I want the oatmeal. So I'm like,
hmm,
okay,
hmm.
give him what he
He wants the
wants.
big.
He don't want the
You
big
see,
people food.
babies. You see, babies still would like to. They would like to eat everything.
I mean, yeah, he loves chicken. He loves broccoli, but everything else he wants baby food. He want baby food pouches, all that. I'm like, boy, you need to eat something else.
Well, this lady across from me, she always every day brings Destiny this.
Oh,
Hold on. Every day.
Um,
wow. See, that's a blessing.
I think that is so 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 sweet because Destiny's, I don't want to get her in trouble. Destiny's
Hold
not
on,
in
okay. I said,
school,
hold on. Yeah.
but they be having extra. So that was the only thing Destiny liked about school was the lunches. So she started bringing that to her every day, and I just think that is so sweet of her to do.
That is really sweet.
big heart. She
She's
do have a big heart.
she's amazing. Yes,
Um,
right, right, Big
and
Girl.
and with sunshine, I do got some people over here. There was like 8 of them. Individual sex offenders over here where I'm at, and it was like, oh
Can you
Like
stop?
in your neighborhood?
Just not right now.
yes, like in my neighbor, not in my neighborhood, but it could
Oh,
be outside the neighborhood too.
okay.
And I think that's why I have so many. I think that's why I have so many children. Um, I
And
wanted to
that's
give
why I
or have them experience the best life more than what I've experienced. You know what I'm saying? As far as like mental abuse. I didn't grow up with so much physical abuse or nothing like that, but like from my parents. But I grew up with um, seeing them angry, seeing uh, stuff like that, and I ain't gonna lie. Every now and then I get upset, angry, or whatever, but it's different. I won't take it out on my kids. I won't be, yelling at my children and carrying on. I would literally go in a room, take some deep breaths, try to collect
Yeah.
my thoughts before I put anything on my kids. Like, no, that's not happening.
That's what I do. I come outside on my porch when I'm having a really hard time with Destiny. I come outside on my porch and
just calm down.
Hmm.
Oh, like this when I have a difficult time with my cousins, I just try to like go in my room, count to 10, then go back out and try to talk to them again, just like
yeah.
that.
They said so sweet. Yeah, because I wouldn't mind having more kids, but I want more kids with an awesome man though. You
I'm
know,
just And I just say, keeping your kids straight is one thing, but beating them up in the wrong place, that's the end of your life.
Mm.
Even trying to have
It
kids right now during the
sorry, hold on.
pandemic, and I worry about that too, because by my new grandbaby coming by October 3rd, it's so scary with this pandemic because like I can't go see the baby be born. I can't go to the hospital and see the baby. If my son doesn't make it in time, then he can't see it if somebody else has taken her. Like this pandemic has changed so much and so many things.
Yeah, like this due to this COVID-19, some prisoners are ready to be released, especially with those sex offenders. I was like, oh my gosh.
You know what I think? They should release the ones that have been on good behavior. They shouldn't be releasing the ones that still have that thing in them and you see it in them. And that's what's so damn
Mhm,
excuse me. That's what's so scary.
mhm.
Yeah.
Because because the thing is, they might still be ready to touch more kids in their
I don't
heads.
think I don't think sex offenders should be released at all.
Me
Exactly.
either.
That's what I'm
Because you know why? Because
about it.
you know why? If they ever be released, they'll think about more touching more kids again, and then back to jail they go.
Mhm.
Oh, like this, sunshine. You remember the news about what happened to R. Kelly?
Yes, definitely.
You see, R. Kelly he dated Aaliyah when she was 16 years old back then.
What?
Mm.
15?
Yes, Aaliyah was 16 when, and R. Kelly was 21.
I thought she was 15, but okay.
No, no, no. She was 16 when she dated R. Kelly, and he was 21 years old.
That is sad.
You
Yeah.
see, I used to like listening to R. Kelly music, but then when I heard the news about him, I was like, looks like I won't be listening to his music anymore.
Like I ain't gonna do that no more since you want to touch a child. Heck
Yeah.
no.
Yeah. Wow.
And the news says that R. Kelly he was reported that he was nearly stabbed by an inmate in the cell.
Oh
Wow.
Yes,
wow.
which means he almost got stabbed by him. He
Wow.
almost
Wow.
got stabbed.
Wow.
Yeah. So I just let me say I don't think that some sex offenders should be released. They should be stuck in there till they die.
I think that too. I,
Yeah, we all agree.
yep. Either or.
And what I would like for, if Big D don't mind, what I would like for people to do that's either in the chat or um rewatching it once it's done and uploaded,
Hmm.
like do a little research in like they don't have to say like what area they're in or city or state or anything like that, but
Hmm.
just look up how many children that are missing or been in the trafficking, and just write down the number of
And
how many missing people are in their area.
and
Yeah.
through this pandemic going on, everybody's doing a protest about save the children because they're sick of that happening.
Yeah,
And
I
they have
am.
and
I'm tired
people
of it.
they would like to protest about save the children. Because hey, I think that would be a great idea.
And it's scary. I know it's got to be scary for Sunshine with her little kids. And then I have Isaiah sometimes, and he's a handful, just one.
Hmm.
So, and then, with my son and them having a new one, and then I have Destiny, it's like really scary to where, just keeping an eye out on them. But like with him, because he's only like one and some change. So, they can get away fast, but I do
Hmm.
not let my grandbaby out of my sight.
I
No
can't.
one.
I can't let none of my kids out of my sight. Even my
I
oldest
can't
ones
live
be
my
like,
I can't let my little
Same stuff.
cousin on the side. I love my little cousin, but sometimes he can be so greedy. But still, I love him at all times.
Yep. My older ones don't understand why I don't want them to go to the mall. Be quiet, I'm talking. Go to the mall by themselves and
And
all
you know
that. Go
something?
to
And
mm-mm.
you know something? I think some teenagers they put a lot of makeup on. Especially girls, they put a
My
lot of makeup on
teenagers
to make
don't.
it look like they're older than they, to make it look like they're grown women.
That's true.
But you know what?
They do
They're not.
here.
My
They're
teenagers,
not.
I tell them to take it off.
They do here. Um ugh. Back when I was young, I snuck one time trying to wear makeup, but I said I never do that again. So as an adult, I only started wearing lipstick only because, looking a certain way sometimes attracts the wrong people, or not only just that. Um,
Uh-huh.
I have seen girls who are like 11 and 12 and this and that and look like they're about 20 years old.
Exactly. And then
Of course.
the man wondering why they going to jail because the girl.
Now that is one thing I don't agree with. Like if you have just say a 14, 15-year-old, and I've seen this happen. If you have a 14, 15-year-old, they got on makeup and they got on clothes dressed like an adult and they look like the adult, you have a lot of men that go to prison behind that, to where now it's like you got to start asking for people ID. Because back when I was a teenager, I looked at older and I used to be like, yeah, I'm 19, knowing I was about 15, you know, wanting to fit in with people and this and that. I mean, even though like grown men would try to talk to me, I wouldn't do it. But just trying to have that look where I fit in with the other females, or wanted to be liked by people. But once I got older, I don't need to be liked by people, or I don't need to fit in. If people don't like me for me, then just don't.
You see, that's the what I was talking about. You see, after when a teenager who is 12 and actually put makeup on, they say that she's 19. But when a grown man touching them, they don't realize their mistake. They want to say
Yeah,
something, but they decide to keep it silent for a while.
yeah.
Hold on a minute.
I wanted to ask Perkins, like, is it hard? Like, how would y'all feel if you had a girl? Like, would you feel like you're more protective over your daughter than your boys? I know it'd probably be the same.
I think they have a girl.
Hey,
I think
I'll
they
be
have.
I'll be protected for my future kids, son or daughter. Don't matter, but you still gotta protect them.
Yeah.
Said yes. Well, he said yes, no makeup, but
No makeup.
uh-uh.
So you
No.
see, that's why that's why I keep a close eye out for my cousins to see if no grown men would ever try to go up to them and talk to them and try to get their number.
Yeah, I think the Perkins like four. They have four children.
Because you know what they usually say? Because if they ask them for a number, they suddenly feel uncomfortable. They knew wearing you see, teenage girls knew wearing the makeup it's a bad idea.
Hmm.
I don't have makeup on.
Now you being funny. I got my lipstick on. That's it.
Girl, lipstick is not makeup. So you just got a little lipstick on. You ain't got no
Yeah.
makeup on.
Cause when I jumped up and it was crazy, I had somebody call me so I would be on time for the live, and I jumped up. It was 9:10. I
Yeah,
went back to sleep after she called me.
nothing against you or anything, because you do have natural beauty and you are a beautiful woman. So yeah,
Yeah. Thank you.
you're welcome.
Same, same, same. Look, Big D's looking around like, wait a minute. I'm not a female with this natural beauty stuff, so
But he's a
I'm
man. He's he don't need that.
Yeah. So yeah, I didn't want to comment that, so I'm gonna let that be the girl talk right there.
But I have noticed though the two topics that we have done and you had me on your panel. I mean it always works out in the end. But I have noticed sometimes we'll have that difficulty and that problem. You
Yeah.
know, whether it be like something with audio or just something.
Hmm.
Sometimes I feel like the devil is busy when it comes to us getting out the real topics and things that really need to be talked about versus,
But
and drama and
we didn't let the
everything else.
devils hit us. But we didn't let the devils hit us. We won that battle.
That's right.
Yeah, once again, we won that battle. Hey, Chopper, how you enjoyed this list so far?
Oh, look at Chopper. Good morning.
I'm going there with that.
Yeah, that's my boy.
I'm going there.
Oh, Chopper coming over to say hi.
Where is it?
Hi, Chopper.
Get it.
Hi.
Okay. Get it off.
I
Isn't he
never,
awesome?
as long as I've been doing YouTube, I never thought I would be on Big D and Chopper's live ever. I used to be like, so to me, Big D and Chopper are famous to me.
Yep.
So it's like I'm like, wow, I can actually like see, versus a video. I can see, them for real, and it's like, wow.
Mm.
Yeah.
You see, oh, you see. Also, my dad has to protect her daughter too. 'Cause you said it goes like this: whatever you do to my daughter, I'll do it to you.
Yeah,
Yeah, like on the Steve Harvey show, like
yeah.
there was this dude who was about to go to prom with his daughter, and he said, and then he posted a picture like, whatever you do to my daughter, I'll do it to you.
I know that's right.
The Perkins Life Force said they got a 22-year-old boy and girl. So they
Oh wow.
they
What?
they
What?
kept the house and made sure they knew where they was, what's going on. They did not play, and he was overprotective. James said they was overprotective. So
I
I
never knew
am
that.
overprotective too. I am overprotective. So
Oh
yeah,
wow.
yeah. I knew they had four.
I never knew that. I
But the
thought it
thing,
was just the two
but
young
the thing
ones.
is,
Wow.
you see, the daughter may not like it, but it is what it is. You just got to keep living with it. See, this is the picture I'm talking about.
Yeah.
That's the picture I'm talking about. See, this is the hallelujah face, and this here is the crying for help.
Wow.
You see, dads will do anything to protect their daughters from any
Mhm.
grown men that try to touch them like that.
Wow.
Hmm. I really do enjoy this conversation with you guys.
Yeah. It's good
Once
talking to
again,
y'all. I love it, and we get
I
get
know. I,
open.
Big D is like a morning person. I just be going to bed
mm,
with Destiny.
but well,
She
guys,
might.
we hope you all enjoyed this. So remember, talk to your child about what's going on in this world today. Oh, and that's like Karen says, do a research about what happened.
Yeah, like
Like,
how many numbers do you have in your area, whether it's your area or your town? And just write it in the comments and I think the more this gets out, because I don't know if y'all still have it, but even like when I check my mail, and it's kind of sad because I didn't think that it was still being done like that, but you know how it at the bottom it says missing and it's exploiting children, and it'll have a picture. I've been getting those a lot lately in my mail, and it's like
and yeah,
those are overlooked, because it's been in the paper so long, but it's like overlooked. And you know what I think would be a good idea,
yeah,
and y'all can, so this can be a challenge, but we can make it as Big D and Chopper's challenge.
yeah,
Is like every time we check the mail and you look at the bottom and you see missing or exploiting children, cut that out, right? And as many as you get, then take like a little cardboard or whatever you have and put it on there. And once we reach 10, do a short video so that we can show these children
Yeah.
and show because people in the newspaper, these kids have been missing for years that I've been seeing. And so if we can do that and make this a positive, not only a positive challenge, but a real challenge,
Mhm.
we might can, you know what I'm saying? Like somebody that I show might be in your neighborhood or Big D's neighborhood,
Or mine.
right, and never knew that they were missing or never knew that they were abducted. And I really think that or we can say, you know what, we can make it easy. We can say once you get um five children or whatever from the newspaper, um paste it, tape it, however, on something and tag Big D and Chopper. And this will be the Save the Children challenge. I really think so because I would have already had five by now. It's one in my mailbox all the time.
Right.
Right.
So Big D, if you're down for that, then are you able to do that too? Do
I'm
you
down
get
for it.
that in? Do you get that in your mailbox sometime?
The, with the sex offender thing.
No. Well, what it is you ever seen kids that are missing like on the milk cartons and stuff like that?
Oh, oh, I've seen them on the pictures at Walmart.
Okay. So like if you okay, so if you talk to your parents about it or if you check your mail sometimes you'll see newspapers and at the bottom of it, that's what I'm saying. A lot of people don't even know that it's really there. So at
Oh,
the bottom of it, you'll see, I wish I had one here. You'll see
oh,
it'll say missing
oh yeah. We
children.
don't get that much newspaper over here. All we just get is junk mail and stuff.
And sometimes it's in that. That's the sad part. And all we do is just throw it away. We never take the time to look, and that's even me. And the other day, um, I was about to throw it away, and I seen at the bottom it said missing child, and they had been missing for a long time.
Wow.
Mm, mm.
Boy.
Yeah, yeah, I'm down for it.
So that means sunshine people got to do it too.
We'll see,
I
because around my neighborhood, and when they giving me all these little papers and coupons and stuff like that, I actually read through it. I look through it. I don't see none. The only thing that I know that I have around my place, or around just where I'm at, I have to go to the biggest newspaper thing. So it's like either you go to a store and get the what's uh what's new newspaper or something like that. Then you could probably find some things in there.
right.
But yeah, I don't really go nowhere that as often because of the stupid pandemic. Because I'm tired of wearing masks, and it makes me feel like I'm gonna faint. So
Yeah, we're
um,
all tired of wearing masks.
yeah, I know, but it makes me feel like I'm a faint. So I'd rather not do that and not go to no
Yeah.
hospital because I done fainted. So
Yeah.
it's like I stay
Hey,
home.
hey,
Yeah,
I rather wear a mask than go to hospital.
I'd rather not wear a mask and not go to the hospital because I will pass out wearing a mask. So
Mm,
So she
yeah.
likes to stay at home.
yes,
Mm.
and I always wash my hands for 20 seconds.
I stay at
Yeah.
So
home. I exercise. I eat right, and every now and then I'm gonna cheat. I do. I cheat eat. I eat some different type of meals that I want to eat, but overall, yeah, I eat healthy.
yeah,
So
that's
yeah.
good. Ah, man, I really do enjoy this conversation with you guys. But like I
Thanks,
said,
Big
Karen,
D.
I really am down for it. So, parents, remember, please talk to your children about this situation going on. And parents, make sure you do a research about this stuff too. So, I'll see you guys next time and stay safe.
And it
Peace
doesn't
out.
have to come from the newspaper or milk carton. If you just see any, because sometimes it'll say, take one is free. It can be while you're out and about and at a grocery store or something, and sometimes it'll say take one and all of that. So, but yeah, I appreciate being on your panel again,
Yes, thank
and
you.
whatever topic that we can do next, I'm down for. Um, I enjoy it, and I think we have good topics.
But it didn't go exactly as planned, but still, thank you all for coming.
We made it.
Mhm.
Thank you.
Thank you all. So I gotta
All
go
right.
now. So peace out.
Bye.
Bye.